I'd like to thank Wings of Severance again for letting us sample their music. Hey, man, if you like heavy metal, you like just kick-ass music, Wings of Severance is definitely, go to iTunes, pick them up, or wherever. Man, these guys are awesome. Sporting their swag right here, man. AJ's a really good friend of mine and a good hunter, and they rock, man. So go check out Wings of Severance, and thanks again, guys, man. You guys fucking rock. So this is my buddy Rick. Apparently, I cannot do these things alone, or I don't sound right. This is take 3 now of podcast number 1. I fucked up number 1, and Zoom fucked up number 2. So I'm going to take only 50% of that credit. So,
Bob, you told me that you're going to be doing a podcast, and I was very excited about it. Full of energy, loved it. So why don't you tell me and everybody else exactly why we're doing this podcast?
Okay, well, the purpose of this podcast goes back to basically the mission statement of Chicago Archery. It comes from, if you've ever been into the shop, I get a lot of customers, and they ask me a lot of questions about a lot of things. I'll read you the mission of Chicago Archery, and we'll just kind of reiterate where this goes. Okay, I used to have a partner named Casey. Great guy, man. Casey's a bud of mine, be a brother for life. He ended up moving away, and I ended up taking over this carnival myself. And we had a mission because we loved archery and just had this business going, not to support our families, but to basically just because we loved it. We wanted to contribute to the archery community. So our mission was to expose, promote, and nurture the love of all types of archery, using the means of education, service, and demonstration, providing a friendly and safe environment, offering only the highest quality of equipment and service to the archery community. Service is our superpower at Chicago Archery. So that being said, our purpose basically here is for you to have a link inside the dealer. Now, the dealer we have many tentacles out to the manufacturers and pros and stuff like that, where we can get answers. Or I have access to a lot of equipment, and I've been doing archery for over 45 years. And I've learned a few things. I'm a bowyer. I built bows I went and took a class with a master bowyer, and I learned how to carve my own Osage orange long bows, flat bows, and stuff like that. Did some lamination on recurves and stuff like that. So I got a little bit of experience tying my own strings and making my own arrows, and how to actually pick what fletching of a turkey to make fletchings and cut them and stuff like that. So the purpose of this is to answer some of your questions so you can make an educated purchase. I wanted to make sure that people understand that this is not going to be a product. I'm not going to shove a certain color bow down your throat. I'm not going to tell you to buy this bow because of this, this, and this. I'm going to try to get you guys the information that you need from the dealer's point. And, you got to understand, when you come to buy a bow and you're in my shop and you see the 30 to 50 bows hanging, I bought all those bows. So I made a huge $100,000 purchase when you're going to make a $1,000 purchase. So I had to pick them, and I picked them for a reason, and I got to pick them for different people. So a manufacturer may have 15 bows, and I'm going to pick 3 of them to carry at all times, or 5 of them, or whatever it is. And I can order the other ones, obviously. But I'm going to try to educate you so you make a decent purchase. I want you to be educated. So I'm not going to try to go to manufacturers. I'm going to try to give you the education so when you pick a manufacturer, it's because of what you need for that purpose. And we're not just going to stay with just bows. We're going to stay with outdoor equipment. We're going to stay with electronics, GPSs, boots, clothing, bags, travel gear. I'm going in and out here, Rick. And I just want to make sure that people are educated. And I'm going to use my experience and my knowledge and the money that I've spent myself on how to do this. We're going to talk, I'm going to stay away from the topics yet. We're going to try to help you make educated decisions on all things archery related and outdoor related.
Well, let's talk about the format then. Talking about the format, talk to me about this board.
Okay. Well, the board. Okay, the board is going to keep me on track when Rick's not here. I'm going to allow you when you're this podcast, the podcast, obviously, Chicago Archery to the Point, is the name of the podcast, but it's also going to go to the Chicago Archery YouTube channel. So I may refer to something, and I'll say I'm putting it up or a link on the YouTube channel. You'll be able to find it there. You'll be able to reference it, the YouTube channel. And on the board, let's say you want to hear something again, I might get specific, or you might want to digest some of the information, like when we go over arrows, which is going to be a long podcast. We're going to refer back to things, and you'll be able to go through the YouTube and skip through and see where I'm at. So we're going to keep something up there. If it's not a board, it'll be an imposed picture or something, so people are on track. So you can really, utilize this as a tool and just some entertainment. But the podcast is so you can drive to work. We're going to try to keep it between 30 and 45 minutes, if I can. Depends on the stories. And then we're going to keep everybody on track so you can go back and refer to it as a tool, another thing in your pocket for your archery library. And that's
what kind of topics are we going to talk about?
Okay. Well, man, I got fuckloads of topics. I mean, crazy topics. And for most of you guys know, this will not be PG. I was in the Marine Corps, and we use colorful language. So I'm going to have everything, topics. We're going to talk about clothing, camp gear. We're going to be talking about bicycles. We're going to be talking about how to load your if you're going on vacation with your archery equipment. Some of the other equipment, even the stuff that I travel with, the bags, luggage, anything that I can help you guys with what I use, and just the craziness, man, of what we do. Everybody always wants to know what works and what doesn't work, and I'm using my own fucking money. So, food, we're going to know how to cooking. We're going to have, man, I can go on, and then we're also going to talk about products, using certain stuffs like that, and how to set it up a little bit, setting up as much as I can. And electronics will, how you can use it. Guys really want to get a GPS, man. I love GPSs. I have them on my watch. I have them everywhere. How we use them, what you can use it for. You were just asking the other day, man. Hey, I want, GPS would be good, but I just don't want it just to put a point here and point there. Well, shit, you can use it for tracking a deer. You can use it for finding your car. You can use it. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. So that's a few of the topics. Oh, tents. Backpacking.
Love it.
Man, I got $6,000 worth of backpacks. We're going to be doing topics on that, and I'm going to tell you different types and why we use them and how we use them. Working out. We're going to be talking about athletics. We're going to be talking about exercise. I've lost, 65, 85 pounds and kept it off, and I'm going to have guests for that. I got great guests for that.
Speaking of that, what kind of guests are you going to have?
Oh, guess, man, I'm going to have, being a dealer, and for years I used to go on crazy vacations. When my kids were young, and I've been out of the Marine Corps since 1989, and it's been a while. And every year I do an archery vacation, even last year, this year, every year I go do something archery related, and I go see pros like Bob Folkrod, Larry Weiss, when they'll have like little lectures or something here or there, or a show, or a 3D, and I meet all these people. I'm going to pull them. I'm going to grab them. I'm going to say, hey, man, you remember me? I was that kid back then. Or maybe bowyers, from traditional. I know some great bowyers. I've shot 3D with Fred Asbell. I'm going to be pulling those guys in. As a dealer, I spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they give me access to some of the we have owners right here in Illinois that are from Illinois that own the outdoor group. I mean, and they come into my shop all the time. I'm going to sit them down, I'm going to put them in front of a microphone, and I'm going to grill them, and they love that shit. They want to get their name out. We got pros. I got access to all kinds of people. I can tell you, I've got a list here of things that we're going to do, and I have another list of pros that I have access. So if I put in one pro with this one page, I have over 30 weeks of just different guests. And they're going to come in through Zoom. You help me with a Zoom. They're going to come in through, I have this unit where they can call in, so they don't have to be here. I don't have to pay for their room, board, and make sure they have no blue M&Ms. You know what I'm saying?
How about the everyday people that you see every day in the shop? Will you have some of them a guest?
Point you. I mean, archery is an international sport that's dominated. I'm hitting the table. That's bad, right?
We're not getting graded here.
Yeah. Oh, believe me. We get graded everywhere.
A little bit more iced tea.
Oh, that's another thing. I'll be having iced tea during the most of the podcasts to help keep them relaxed, interesting, and family, not family, but just keep them relaxed. Exactly. We were going to have a fireplace, but it didn't work out with the smoke detector.
It just seemed awkward.
But archery is an international sport dominated by no man, woman, child, race, creed, color, religion. And being in the Chicagoland area, we have all of that. Being close to O'Hare, I have professionals coming from South America, India, and everything else getting product from me, not only because I know it, I can get it, I can service it. I have pros that stop through here when they're from other countries that come and I make them strings. I have the India team that I've made strings for. Some people down from South America that I've made strings. That was that thing that's set up behind me here. Yeah, I'm going to sit some of them people down. I'm going to be like, hey, man, and that's why you're helping me out to make this, because I'm really dumb at this stuff. I'm dumb at a lot of things, but this I'm really dumb at. So Rick's helping me out because he's really good at this stuff, and I'm going to be able to sit people down. That's why this thing's portable at the ATA show and stuff, and I'm going to grab and get some of their expertise and ask the questions you're going to want me to ask.
So tell me a little bit about you. Why does somebody want to hear from Bob? I know why I do, because I know you.
That's not on the list, Rick.
I know it's not on the list, but they want to know why they should be listening to you. I know, Bob, you don't like to talk about yourself, but where did you get the experiences to talk to me about these topics? What have you done? Have you gone to the outfitters? How have you?
Oh, that's
what kind of hunts
it.
have you been on?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Well, and you know what? That's how I get trapped into talking people. Usually, I'm trying to get something done in the shop, and then somebody gets me on a subject like, "Hey, man, I want to do an outfitter. I'm thinking about going up to I'll pick a place, Washington State."
Yeah, I know the story.
And then,
more iced tea.
Yeah. That being said, I've had hundreds of outfitters. Not all of them are good. Not all of them are reputable. They take out awesome advertisements and marketing. Just remember, a lot of times you hear things, it's marketing. It's not advice. It's not good information. It's fucking marketing. I can't put it any other way. These guys that really think they're out for their own good are not taking shit out of their own pocket. I took money out of my own pocket, and I'm going to give you information, not on free stuff, but on shit that I went through. So
why are you not going to talk about any specific products on the podcast?
Oh, well, that's because I want you to make an educated decision. I say that when you come into my shop, people always say, well, what do you use? I'm like, I'll tell you eventually, but it's not what I use. I want to know what you need it for. Not every bow. I mean, there's reasons why people have more than one bow. There's reasons why people have more than one bicycle, more than one car. I mean, do you take your car to work let's say you work downtown and you're a lawyer, which we have lots of them. And do you take that car hunting? A lot of them have a truck. Or do you take it out into the field? Fuck no, you take your ATV. You know what I mean? So there's different things that you need, and that's why, I'm doing that.
Awesome. Well, I know I have access to you, but if they want access to you, how can they ask you questions?
Good. See? He's good. Well, I have two things. I have the podcast, or three things. I have the podcast, four things. Now I'm thinking of it. I'm thinking a little slow. Iced tea is bad for your head. You have four things. You have you're going to have the podcast. You're going to have the YouTube channel now, and the podcast. We always have the YouTube channel, and you can come into the shop, sit down, and talk to me face to face while I'm working, or you can email me at Chicago CA to the point CATOTHEPOINT at gmail.com. Chicago, that's for Chicago Archery to the point, CA to the point at gmail.com. Email your questions to me. Comments, I don't want to hear them. You can leave those below on YouTube. I may read them. Comments, and I'm trying to do something good here, man. If you want to burn me or something like that, do what you got to do, man. You're not the first person to hate me. But what I'm trying to do is send me your questions. I will research them. I will try them. If we do something on the podcast or the YouTube channel and you think I should try something else and I have the ability in my shop, I will grab it off the wall and I will do it. Guarantee. If you think it's going to react something a different way or different thing, but we're going to try to do that. I'm not going to say I'm going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. The ones that think they're perfect assholes. That's all they are.
Absolutely. So, what's our first topic going to be? And that's what we're going to end this. What's our first topic going to be?
What do you mean?
To be determined?
Yeah. Oh, no. I got a whole list, man. I think the first topic is going to be how to pick out a new bow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
the things you should do, because all the new bows are coming out right now. All of them coming out right now. And I have 4 of the major brands in stock right now. And when you come in to do a new bow, that I'm going to tell you how that you should go through some of the things that's going to help you determine. But in my range goes up to 30 yards. In a 20 or 30 yard range, you're not going to get the perfect example. What you want to do is you want to know some of the specifics on geometry that you're going to need to know. And I'm going to help you with that. And I'm going to help you with a couple tests that you can do within a few arrows on each bow to separate what's going to be good for you or not. And that's definitely the first topic. That's why this started, is because everybody keeps asking me, how do I pick out a new bow? And I'm like, all right, well.
Well, I'm absolutely looking forward to our first topic.
I know you are, Mr. New Bow. I know you are.
All right, we're going to sign off now. Bob?
Well, I'm Bob from Chicago Archery. And don't forget, CA to the point at gmail.com. And this is Chicago Archery to the point. I hope you enjoy it.